How's it going, everybody? My name is Bo, and I'm a home theater and movie enthusiast. In today's video, I just want to share my thoughts and opinions on the 16 by 9 screen that I got about 15 months ago. I went from a 113-inch CinemaScope aspect ratio to a 120.5-inch 16 by 9 screen. And just to take you back a little bit, originally I had a 92-inch 16 by 9 screen, as you see in this photo. I had tower speakers on either side and a center channel below, and I just really love those speakers, so I didn't want to get rid of them, and I was kind of set. I thought about going to a 100-inch and just pushing them out a little bit wider, but before I did that, I took the speakers out of the room and I mocked up a screen out of cardboard, as you can see in the photo here. And I did a whole front wall makeover video. I'll link that above. And yeah, so I had a scope screen from June of 2022 until June of 2024. So almost exactly 2 years. And I liked it. I tend to favor scope content because that's what looked the best. And I was never quite happy with the 16 by 9 aspect ratio movies on that screen. I tried, zooming all the way down, and there's no way, I was going to watch it that way. I ended up I would zoom the image, so just the top and bottom of the image was at the edge of the top and bottom of the velvet screen frame that I had. It was equivalent to almost a 100-inch 16 by 9. And then the side black bars weren't quite as big. And that's how I watched a lot of content. I remember when Avatar The Way of Water came out, I ended up just zooming in and using the projector's masking, and I watched it as a scope movie. And I don't remember the exact timing between that and then Oppenheimer came out, and I went and seen it at the IMAX in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and they have a 70 millimeter actual film camera, with the huge roll of film, and just blew me away. So after that, I decided to put on, Avatar, and I didn't mask it with the projector, and I just let the image project onto the black front wall, and I was like, wow, that's doable in this room. And so I'm not sure the timing between that movie and getting the screen. I didn't look up the release date, but I ended up getting a Seymour Center Stage XD material 120.5-inch 16 by 9 screen, and I ordered some velvet masking panels. I had them special made into one-piece top and a one-piece bottom. And here's a clip of me installing them or taking them off. I can't remember which one. I recorded this clip a while ago, but it only takes 30 to 40 seconds, I want to say. And I made a nice front stage and a place to set them. I made a little thing in the middle to brace it so they weren't sagging in the middle. And basically what I do now is I spend a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, with the masking panels up in the scope ratio, and I watch scope content. And then when I want to watch a 16 by 9 film, I take the panels down and I leave it that way for a couple weeks and watch a couple 16 by 9 aspect ratio things, whether it's a TV series like The Expanse or The Last of Us. I rewatched season 1 earlier this year, or a 4x3 series like Star Trek The Next Generation. I just leave the panels down. I watch like some IMAX enhanced movies like Interstellar. I recently rewatched Gran Turismo, and that movie looks phenomenal. And I'm just very satisfied with having the flexibility to have the full 16 by 9 image, have my projector an actual full 4K image, all pixels lit up on the screen. It looks amazing. Like Gran Turismo and Tenet look absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, Tenet has some scope ratio stuff, but a lot of that movie is in IMAX. It just looks amazing. It's just unlike anything else. It can't be replicated. So yeah, I love the screen, and I will say I did watch a few movies recently without putting the masking panels up because I knew I was going to make this video. And with my JVC projector, I could definitely live without the masking panels. A silver ticket screen was about $500, I want to say, for acoustically transparent, and I spent about $2,000 on this Seymour, and I didn't even buy their black backing material, which was another $400. I bought a couple yards of it before Joann Fabrics went out of business of some black speaker grill material for about $30 and used that instead. But either way, I'm very happy with this screen, and there's no way I could go back in this room. There's no reason to ever change it now. So overall, just very happy. And I was going to do a review of the screen in general, but I'm just not very good at doing like a formal review. So. And before I wrap this video up, I wanted to show some footage of just the screen in the room. This is the Zedu menu, and talk about a few things. First off, I'm not saying 16:9 is the absolute way to go for everybody. I also don't think scope screen is the absolute way to go for everybody, even if all you do is watch movies, because there's just so many great films that are shot at 1.85. I ain't gonna name all the movies, but it really just depends, in my opinion, on the front wall. So if my room was 2 foot wider and my projector allowed for the throw distance, yeah, I'd get the scope screen that had the same height. I mean, it'd be a no-brainer. Just like if you have a room, you maxed out your width and you have like 3 feet, a foot above, 2 feet below, whatever, and your heads aren't going to be in the way from your couch. I think it's a no-brainer to go with the 16:9. It's a really impressive thing to see like the full 4K image of your projector. If you have a 4K projector, in a full 16:9, you're getting all the pixels, all the brightness. Unless you have an anamorphic lens, this is really the only way. But it is really dependent on your front wall and in what space you have and your projector. So other than that, just want to reiterate, I love this screen. I have no regrets. It was a revelation for my room, especially for the IMAX enhanced movies and the 16:9 films. So anyway, that's going to be it. Appreciate you for watching. Leave me a comment, hit the like button if you like the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.